Hi everyone, it's Paula from PSE Creations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today's video is going to be a craft with me. I'm going to start on a new junk journal, and I figured I'd turn the camera on and you can craft with me. So for the cover of this junk journal and the theme of the journal is just simply going to be the color purple. So that's what we're going to focus on. So putting as much purple into this journal as possible. So the base of the journal, or the cover of the journal, is going to be this Reader's Digest that was gutted. And I simply kept the inner part of it, of the book itself. Well, I didn't keep it. I did keep it, but I mean, these don't, unless you peel them off, they don't go anywhere when you take the pages out of a Reader's Digest. So, but look at how beautiful this purple marbling color is. And then I just simply took some lace, and purple lace, and covered the spine. I'm okay with the brown in the background. That does not bother me. We are probably going to do 2 signatures. Yeah, I think 2 signatures will be good for this. And this measures, just in case you're interested, it's like a 2-inch spine, kind of, sort of, that these books have. And it measures about 22¼ inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 by 8, 7¾ inches. So again, that's our cover. Am I going to add more to the cover? I don't know, maybe, perhaps, but I don't know if you can see. You probably can't really see, but there's an embossed, like a water unicorn symbol. It's the Reader's Digest symbol. So it's this little guy, but it's embossed in the cover itself. So anyways, that's our cover. And I did pull out anything that I had that was purple. So I have some lace here and some trim here. I also have this packet that I actually purchased from someone on Facebook years ago. And it was from someone overseas in Europe. And they would color coordinate just different fabrics and textiles, and there's buttons and some other stuff. And so I may use some of that as well. I have this little packet of just little sheets of paper, and you can see a lot of lavender and tulips and a lot of purple inspired in this. I love that. So we're going to use some of this, and I believe this actually came from Temu. It was one of the things I had ordered from Temu a while back. And then of course I have some of the specialty paper. So in addition to coffee dyed and tea dyed, maybe some avocado dyed paper, we're also going to have some other papers. This is just scrapbook paper. And I did just put a little bit of coffee dye on the back just to give it a little bit of color and not have it be stark white. I have these stickers to use for embellishments, and this did come from the Dollar Tree. These were other pages from the book, and I figure I would use this in some way. And then I have magazine pages, again, sticking to the theme of purple. So here's some actually food colored paper that is like a purple color to them. I'm not sure what that is, but beautiful books. These are actually floral books. These aren't magazines, I apologize. But you can see the beautiful colors and purples that I was able to pick and choose, and we'll see what we use. I'm probably not going to use all of it, but I did want to pull it out. And then we have, of course, our traditional dictionary pages and music sheets, and here's some adult coloring pages that I thought would be fun to put in there. Coffee filters. So yeah, we got an array of different things that we're going to put in these 2 signatures, and then make up this purple themed junk journal that we're going to work on. So let's get started. Let's figure out what our paper size is going to be. So I'm going to just use this sheet of paper here. It's just, this is regular copy paper that's been food color dyed, and I am sure that that's way too big. Yeah. Okay, so I feel like, let's see, 5. So the length should be, so this is 5.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.5. Okay, so we probably want to make the sheets of paper 5 in length, or width, I'm sorry, 5 in width, and then I would say 7.25 in height. I'm going to cut this one to 5 by 7.25 and then see how it fits. You know, I might, instead of like doing, I'm going to see how this works. So because I do have tennis elbow, hence why I'm wearing this. Well, I shouldn't say hence, because people think there's something wrong with my wrist, but in reality is when you have tennis elbow, this motion here is actually pulling the tendons that cause the tennis elbow, and anytime you use certain finger movements, it's using those same tendons. So that's why I have to use this that has a bar right here that doesn't allow me to do this motion. Okay, so anyways, all that to say, let me see if I decide to use my tear ruler instead. Okay. All right, sorry, hold on. Let me figure this out. So I think we said 5, right? So that would be to this point right here. Let me see. Oh. Yeah, when you're doing a double page, it's probably not the best idea, but I'm going to give it a whirl and see what happens, and probably not fold it until after I do the tear ruler, because that makes it easier if it's just a single page that I'm tearing. And then, all right, so I did the 5, and then we said we were going to do 7.25. So let's see how that ends up being. Let's see. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. So we can go with that measurement. So we're going to do 7.25 by 5. And ideally, all works out well. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be our template, 7.25 by 5. Or in reality, it is going to be 20 by 7.25. Yeah, 20 by 7.25. Okay, let's go. And then these like little sheets of paper, I will keep these because I always use these for collaging or stamping or something like that. These I'm going to get rid of because they're just too thin. I'm sure that some people would keep them. But I also want to say, when I use the tear ruler, can you see the edge that it gives it? And that just adds a little bit extra to it that I think is pretty cool. So again, when you have sheets like this, so this is already 20. So that's good that way. I think this way here, we just have to take off as much as we can. Let's try to keep it without taking off the image, you know? And sometimes you can't help but tear off the image, which is, you know, that happens. I get it. I think everybody gets it. Like this is going to have to tear off some of the image, but it's okay. Because I still think that that's pretty cool looking. Yeah, so see, you still get a nice little image. I love adding these coloring books pages, these dot coloring book pages. And this could be saved and used as a belly band if you really wanted to. I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it. We'll see. Okay, so these sheets here, these are a little bit harder because they're so old that sometimes they don't tear very well with the tear ruler. So let's see how this goes. And I know this takes a long time, guys. But you know, sometimes it's good to work on something and make it slightly different. You know, it may take a little bit more time, but so here I'm just going to take off the white on one side. And then I'm going to flip it and take off a little bit of the white on the other side. And that should give me what I need. All right, so I know this is probably boring. So I may just fast forward or mute. See, this seems like it's a little too long. Is it a little too long? It does seem like it's a little too long. All right, anyways, let me just fast forward this, add a little bit of music, and I will continue to just do this, and then I'll come back and show you the pages that we have, and that will probably be the end of this video, but then we will continue on in the next video. Okay, guys. All right. So I think I have everything that I want cut out. So let's go ahead and put 2 signatures together. Like I said, I think 2 signatures will be enough for this. So let's put 2 signatures together and see exactly how we want to divide the papers. And where we want things to be and go. I think it's like way too many pages, but we're going to go with it. I feel like, I don't know. That, I think. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, including the paper doily and the coffee filter, and the little piece of transfer trace paper, I think it is. All right, so let's put it together. I like this as the first. I always like doing this. I don't know why, but I always do. In a lot of my journals, I like starting them like this. But maybe I won't do that this time. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. So let's do something like this. And I do like mixing the papers that we have. So that's always fun. I will have to cut those coffee filters because they are slightly long. So no big deal there. And a lot of some of these other pages will be used as like pockets and focal pages and things like that. Okay, I think this is going to work out perfect. I like how it turned out. And we'll have this guy in the middle. Yes, love it. So as you can see, the filter is sticking up. So I'm just going to grab my scissors and see if I can cut it. Cutting is not something that I have a good time doing with my wrist, or I'm sorry, with my elbow issue. Okay, the papers, I don't want straight edges. Edges, you know what I'm saying. Okay, I love that. And then, of course, we're going to embellish. So let's go through and build the second signature. And then I think that's all I'm going to do for today because I try not to do too much to aggravate the wrist. I'm sorry. I keep saying the wrist, but it's really the elbow. So I do like to kind of mirror my, I just like to mirror them. So this is the first one. We're going to put a music sheet in as my second one, I think. Okay, then we have this one, but instead of the bottom, I will put it at the top. Then we'll do a regular sheet of paper or coffee dyed paper. And then we have this 1936 dictionary sheet. And the coffee filter. I'm going to go ahead and just cut. I'm guesstimating, but I think I'm okay. Yep, okay. And then put one of these guys in. And then this is a I think this is a 1960s dictionary sheet. The other one's 1936. This one I think is 1960s. Then this is avocado dyed typewriter paper. Very, very thin. And then we have the paper doily, oval shape, coffee dyed, of course. And then we have music sheet and our beautiful dot coloring. Okay, we have another one of these sheets and another dictionary page. And then we have this, and then our center. Perfect. Okay, love it. I think that came out spectacular. Now, again, I know that it takes a little bit longer because I actually had to measure the pages and to cut them, and I did the tearing ruler versus just being able to bulk cut them, but I think that it will add a little bit to it. I think 2 signatures is going to be great. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. If you did watch this video, if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment box below. Look for the next video, which will be adding some design to the pages before I decide to sew in the signature. So if I'm going to sew anything or add ruffles or anything to that extent, I'm going to do as much as I can that if I'm going to use my sewing machine beforehand, and then we will see how far we get with the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I hope you have a fantastic day. This may be up before Christmas. It may not. I don't think it will actually. But if it's past Christmas, I hope you had a fantastic Christmas or holiday season with your family if you don't celebrate Christmas. And if you did or do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. And I hope everybody has a prosperous new year. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.